We shouldn't be surprised that the painful pair, the Ginger and the Whinger, Harry and Meghan, are expressing their concerns to Spotify over COVID misinformation on the platform. This is, of course, the latest attack on Joe Rogan's podcast. Why are they so concerned, or should they be scared of Joe Rogan? You know, he's a comedian, he is a podcaster, and yet he seems to terrify them.
Yeah, all of these things are connected, aren't they, Rita? All of them are connected. You know, it's a trucker here, it's a redefinition of racism there, and then it's a Spotify Joe Rogan. All of the stories of our time are connected. There's the same thing. An attempt to stop the general public from even listening to things that are not approved of. I was delighted this week when Neil Young threatened to withdraw his music from Spotify unless Spotify withdrew Joe Rogan. I said somewhere this was a very weird thing because it was as if Neil Young completely mistook his own importance. Joe Rogan, of course, signed a deal for $100 million with Spotify a couple of years ago. So I said Neil Young seemed to have sort of challenged Joe Rogan to a fight, got into the ring, and then knocked himself out. It was very strange behavior from Neil Young. His music has now been withdrawn. Nobody under the age of 60 knows who Neil Young is. Not many people over the age of 60 know how to operate Spotify. So I think it's a win-win on that. But as for the most representative and on the pulse of the world couple, of course, I'm thinking of the Sussexes. As for them, well, yes, we do need to hear from them, don't we? Because whenever there are issues to do with not just politics, but the significance of truth, anything to do with deep thinking and anything to do with the public mood, what you really need is to hear from a prince and a duchess from their house in California. It's absolutely crucial that we get the prince and the Duke and Duchess line on anything. I'm a great fan of the royal family. I am not a fan of these former members of the royal family. What they think they can contribute, I do not know. Meghan, of course, the Duchess of Sussex, published a children's book last year, which was widely ridiculed as not really being even very good as a children's book. So Meghan Markle, Meghan Sussex and co. Telling us about rights and Spotify and who should hear what and COVID misinformation. I reckon if you can't even write a gripping children's book, hers was called The Bench. I thought it should be named after her husband and called The Plank. But the Bench, if you can't write a good children's book, chances are you shouldn't be telling us all about what COVID vaccine mandate chat we, the general public, should be allowed to hear.
And you'd think after Spotify paid that pair, I think somewhere between 50 and 100 million reportedly, to produce God knows what. They don't produce anything compelling. They just zip their mouth when it comes to Spotify. But no, like you said, they've got to tell us what they think.